in this section, let's see how to add products on our Shopify store. So the objective is to show you how you can add different types of products. We're going to see how you can add a product without any variations, and then you're also going to see how you can add variations to your products. Something that is important for you as an online seller is for you to decide what you want to sell. It's paramount that you know exactly what you want to sell, and you don't sell many products, and try not to sell so many products on your store. Just sell the products that are very niched down, and you can target the audience with specific messages, specific marketing tactics, and that's much easier than creating a general store. In fact, it's even better to have a one product store. If you manufacture or make a particular product, you have a much better chance of success just selling that product and marketing that product to the specific people that you're trying to target. So with that said, let's see how you can add products. So to add a product, you'll just come here under products and let's click on it, and you're going to see we have all these options. Here, all your products will be listed under all products. Inventory, you can manage your inventory if you decide to check Shopify as the inventory manager, and you're going to see how to do that inside of when we start adding product. You can just click on the inventory to be managed by Shopify, and you can perform inventory transfers. You can create collections. You're going to talk about collections in a moment. That's also important in product creation. And then you can set up gift cards for your customers. So before I start creating the products manually, because in this I'm going to create the products manually, maybe you're trying out dropshipping. If you're trying out dropshipping, what you can do is you'll come here under apps and you can learn about Oberlo. You can use Oberlo you can create products using Oberlo. So if you come here under apps, just up here, you can just click there to search for Oberlo. You can choose Oberlo app and you can add the app. So this is basically an app that allows you to find products that you can dropship. So there are lots of tutorials for this and it's very easy to use. If you want to add products using Oberlo, you can do that as well. It's not difficult to use at all. Very easy to use, and you can learn more about it. Just add the app and you can go to YouTube and find a tutorial about Oberlo just to show you how you can add products. That is, if you're doing drop shipping. So coming back here to add our first product, we're just going to click there. Right now we don't have any. I'm just going to click there, add product. Let's see what this does. When you click on find product. Okay, so you can check that. This will help you to see the kind of products that you want. If any of these are of interest to you, maybe you want to do print on demand, you can try that. And Oberlo is for dropshippers mostly. Even this one, you can read this to see how beneficial they could be to you as a new Shopify user. All right, so let's click on add product. And I do have this sample content. This is just sample content that I'm going to add for my store. And my store, as I said, is going to be a menswear, and I'm only going to add very few products here, just t-shirts and shirts, and that's it. So just to have a sample of variations, this is what I have. I'm going to have short sleeves, and I can have polos as well, and I can also have long sleeve and just formal shirts. These are going to act as my collections, and collections are just categories. So how you can categorize your different products. So that's what this is about. So I can use this as my collections, which we are going to create as well. So let's create the first shirt, and we're just going to copy that. And you give the shirt a title. Make sure that the name is very descriptive of the item, and you don't add a lot of useless information. Like you can see, this has lots of useless information because I just copied this from eBay. So you can see some of this are really not that useful. Just make sure the title is very explanatory and it matches what a customer may search for. So a customer may search for something like plain t-shirt for men, and then you add the description. So here under description, make sure your description is easy to read. To create a description that's easy to read, you should probably use headings. You should add product images, people using the image, and you should as well add your description in bullet formats. So for me, these are just samples, but in your case, make sure that the product description clearly tells the customer what the product is about. You should probably use bullet format for most of the items. You should use bullet format. So this, I can make that heading 2. You can also add images of people using the product. So whatever you're selling, make sure you add images, because images are the best sellers of your product, because they give people an idea of how the product is going to look like on them and how the product may be used. So I can insert an image there, and note that this is not the thumbnail image for the product. You're going to see where you can add that. So you can add an image right within the product description. You can upload, you can use images that you already have. I don't have any. I can upload a file and I can select it. And of course, you need to add an image alternative text. This is good for SEO. And I'm just going to paste in the title. Make sure the image alternative text is descriptive of the product as well and SEO friendly. So if this was an image of someone using the product, it would really be nice. So please note that I'm still just adding the product, and the theme, I might change the theme that I use on my site. So first of all, let me just save this, and then we can preview. We can preview what we've done so far. Please note that you need to change the status of the product. So you can make it active, or you can make it a draft. And to make it active, so I will click there to make the product active, and then I will save. Once I do that, I can add the actual product images for this. So media, this is what the product is going to look like. These are going to be the image for the product. So if you go here online, do we have a way to get to that product? You can see it doesn't have an image yet. So I can add an image here. Let's add a file, and I can add that. I can even add another variation of the product. I can say maybe there's a different color for the product. So let's just assume that this is one product and I don't have variations yet. I'm going to show you how to add variations after this. So let's add the white as well. So these are variations of the product, and you're going to see how to deal with variations. Maybe you want to add different colors, different sizes. You're going to see how to do that next. So down here, you just need to add the details for the products. And if you want any of these images to become the main image, you can change the image just by dragging the image that you want as the main image. And then the price, you can change the price here. So you can see my currency is different. Let me change the currency, and you can change the currency by going here under settings. Just open up settings in a new tab, and then go into general settings. Under general, just scroll down until you get to the store currency, and you can change it to whichever you want. I want to change this to dollars. And then I will save. And once I change that, if I come back to the product that I was creating, and let me just refresh the page so that the currency change will get reflected. So my currency is now in dollars, and I can change this to, let's say, $9. And you can compare a price. So price comparison, you're going to see this once I click on save. You're going to see what this implies. Okay, price. Let's come in here, reload, and if I look at this, you're going to see the price is $9. The price of the product is $9. But if I come here and I say, let's compare the price at maybe $12. Let's save that. So it's going to be like there's a discount of $3 for the item. So just keep an eye out on this. And you're going to see that when I do that, it's like the price has now been reduced to $9 and you're getting an offer. So most of the times you should probably do this for your items to make them more attractive to your customers. So you can add this here, cost per item, and these calculations will be done for you. So maybe you bought them at $2 each, $3, and you can look at the profits and it's going to calculate that for you right here. This could be beneficial to you if you're looking for a specific profit on every product and you want to see how much you're going to get or the percentage you're going to get on every item that you sell. And then you can charge tax. If you do want to charge tax, you're going to need to go to settings. If you go into settings and then you go into taxes, you can change the taxes. So you can manage, add the VAT tax rates that applies for your country, and you can also do that for the rest of the world. If you want to add tax, you're going to need to do that. If you don't want to, on the product creation page, just check do not charge tax, and there won't be any tax that will be added to the cost of the product. And then inventory, you can add this queue. This will probably help you to manage your inventory well, like this is called hence plain. So I can call this, where is that, inventory. It can help you to know the products. And if the product is easy to order, maybe you can get it within a day or less than a day. You can just say, as long as somebody wants to buy it, they can still buy it even though it's out of stock. However, if it is difficult to order and it takes a while to order, you should probably leave this unchecked. So this is about inventory. You can track the inventory for the items that you currently have. So under inventory, you can add how many products are available, the quantity of the inventory right there. You can say maybe 10 are available at this point. And you can also check the inventory history for these products and it will lead you there. And you can say this is a physical product. So you can also sell digital products on Shopify. And if you want to do that, you'll just uncheck that, okay? And this is going to get rid of various items that are not necessary for digital products. So by default, they assume that the product you're selling is a physical product. So if it is not, uncheck that. And then you can add the weight of the product if you're charging shipping, and you're going to see how you can charge shipping for the different products. And then all this, you can ignore this. And then we're going to see how to create products in the next variants in the next section. That's what we're going to do in the next section. And then, of course, you need to edit your website's SEO. First of all, let's save all the changes we've made. And you can click there on website SEO, and this is going to be the title that will be displayed on the Google search. And this is going to be the description that will be on the Google search as well. So make sure it's something that is enticing. Maybe get this affordable plain t-shirt. So make sure that you include SEO and that take care of that as well. Make sure it is an enticing title which will invite people in to buy the product. So this is what it might appear like on Google if you search for it, if people search for it. And then of course the URL, you want to make sure that your URL is short. You can see this is a very long one. So we're going to change this to Hanes men's. So that's much shorter. And that is acceptable. So make sure it is a short title. Change the URL of your products. You can also create a redirect if you're changing the link, the URL for a product. You can just click there and it will redirect this into that, but I don't want to do that. On this side, let's look at what we have. As we said, you can activate or you can make it a draft. Down here as well, you can archive the product or delete the product. If you don't want to sell it anymore, but you may sell it in future, you can just archive the product or delete the product. Sales channels. So maybe you're selling using any other Shopify channel. So right now the main channel is your online store, and by default that's the one that will be used here, but you may have other channels. So other channels that you may add could be Facebook and all the other channels that are available. You can find those under settings. If you go into settings and then you come into sales channels, you can add sales channels. So you can have all this. Maybe you're selling on Amazon. You can add a buy now button on your WordPress, or you can sell through Facebook. All this, just click on them to see all the options that you have with each of them. But in most cases, you're probably just going to end up selling on your online store. So in case of any analytics sales, you will be shown some of the data right here. This is a very important part, and this part will help you to organize your products. So you can have product type. This is a t-shirt. So make sure you add these products so that you can use them later on if you need to organize your products into different categories. And then the vendor, of course, you're the one selling, but you can add other vendors. Maybe you have different brands that you're selling. You can click there to add a different vendor. You can click that to add a different vendor, but this is probably just going to be you, so it doesn't really matter. Collections. Now you can add collections, and you're going to see how to add collections. And then tags. Now, as for tags are just a way for you to identify the products. So maybe, like in this case, this is a t-shirt. So an accurate tag that I could use for this would be something like short sleeve t-shirt. And then I'll click there, add tag. So just tag your products based on how you understand your products. That's why it's important for you to sell items that you understand. And then once we create collections, we're going to create collections based on the tags, or we're going to create collections, automatic collections based on the tags. So collections can be manual or automatic. So I'm going to click there on short sleeve t-shirt. And then I will save. Okay, so let's preview. Once we save, and if I refresh, you can see we do have a 404 error, and that's because we changed the URL. So if you don't want to experience that, when you are changing this link, you would have clicked on the icon there, and that would have redirected the item to this page to avoid the 404. So that's why you had that issue, and I chose not to do that. But it doesn't matter. I can just go back. I can refresh this page, and I will open it again. So you can see that's all we have here, and that's going to mark the end of this video. That's going to mark the end of this section. The next step I was going to do was to create variations for this product, because we do have different colors and we do have different sizes. That's what I was to do. However, I'm going to show you how you can create collections, because we cannot continue without adding collections to these items. So let's see how to create collections in the next section.